Hello everyone, this is Animation 4. Welcome back to some more FTB Infinity Evolved. Shut up. So I am here in a creative test world that's lagging a little bit, but a different one. As you can see, I actually don't know why it's still moving really fast. Maybe it's residuals. No. So, I am here to do some tests with these reactors. So, I did these reactors a little bit in Resurrection. Basically, you put in some fuel rods, and you have to make sure it keeps it cool, the core temperature shouldn't be raising, and it produces power for you. And there's a ton of stuff you could do for, what are these called? Vent. I'll just look up. There's a ton of things you could put in these reactors. Pretty much all this can go in. You have some heat exchangers, reactor heat exchangers, heat vents, overclocked heat vents, coolant cells, fuel rods. There's a lot of stuff. Thick neutron reflector, or yeah, neutron reflector. Those can all go in. So I wanted to figure out the best way to do things because, you know, I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna want to constantly be refilling this thing, or like replacing coolant cells or anything like that. So I think I got this figured out, just like this. Because also we want, because the reason we want these reactors is not necessarily for power. Power is pretty good, but the main thing I need is plutonium. So I make these uranium fuel rods by canning some enriched uranium fuel, which is made from uranium-238, some tiny particles of 235. You get the fuel. You put it in the fuel rod, and then you get depleted uranium fuel rod right here. Once it's done, this you then centrifuge, and you get a single tiny pile of plutonium and 4 uranium-238 back. So you get most of your, you get a decent amount of uranium back. You also get a tiny bit of plutonium. So the main thing I need this for is to get this plutonium, because this is what then makes the good stuff. But where is it? Why are you not showing me the thing? Oh, because right, I'm not in expert mode. So this is actually a different, technically a different mod pack entirely. Because I had to put in a Project E so I can have this watch of flowing time right here. Because I was doing some tests. Because when you turn this on, it speeds up the speed of all the machines around you. So you can see this is depleting much faster than it normally would. But also you can see these advanced heat vents are not actually being damaged, which is weird, right? I think if I do this, see they start getting damaged, but then, no, I meant something else. They would repair themselves. I might be crazy, but I'm pretty sure they just repair themselves or something. So they don't take damage. They sit here fine. So basically, here's a small setup on how I expect this would work. Here we would have a ton of uranium fuel rods in a transfer node going into the reactor, and then a transfer node with a filter for depleted uranium fuel rods, pulling them out. And I have tested this, and so far it seems to work. Because I just basically have to sit here and wait for them to deplete. So having this speed up makes it go a lot faster. So the plan is to have multiple of these. Now you can also add more reactor chambers around the nuclear reactor. You can see right here we have 3 rows, and there are 6 rows that are kind of canceled out. Well, the reactor itself, if you look at the recipe, actually takes 3 reactor chambers anyway. So 3 reactor chambers gets you 3 rows. And then you just need all this extra stuff. So theoretically, the best thing to do would be to get a big reactor like this. I was just playing around with these things. This actually doesn't seem to be, it seems to be working. But that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can get way more than 11 of these fuel rods in here. Let's see if I can do this. Basically, I just replicate what I had before, just 3 times. So rods here, here. Or, you know, I should probably pull the lever before the whole thing explodes. See, it's already starting to heat up. Put in the plating. See, yeah, it's repairing itself. I don't know why, but it just does that. Maybe it has to be turned off or something. So you put in fuel rods here. This is faster. And we can get 3 of these tall fuel rods, which is 18. uranium fuel rods being depleted at the same time. And we have no increase in core temperature. And we're getting a decent amount of power out of it. So this should be the plan. These are a bit expensive. They take pretty much a ton of iron. And a little bit of copper too. But they're not impossible, I don't think. And I'm assuming unless expert mode changes them. Because again, this is a different mod pack, so expert mode isn't enabled here. It's FTB Infinity, not made expert mode right now, and Project E added. So if these change, this won't work, and I'll have to go back to the drawing board. But this is the plan so far. So another thing I want to test is how large these things can explode. There's the lever. It is. So, I'm going to blow it up. And I want to see the explosion and radiation distance. So I'm just going to do 18 rods. Let it go. Of course, uninterrupted explosion radiation distance. Anytime now. It lit up. Oh, it's on fire. It's burning stuff. Oh, there it goes. Well, those guys didn't survive. Okay, so here we have the explosion. Center is right here. So, looking at the map, which what? Not much more than a 2-chunk radius. Okay, let's do this. Set it to dawn. Come over here. You see, it actually did stuff way down here. Like, this tree took damage to it. So it actually did hit up to, like, 4.5 chunks away. Major damage was up to 2. Now I want to see. Give me some milk. How close you can get before you start getting radiated. This is all for science. Or is there no radiation left over? There's got to be radiation left over, right? No, really? Oh, cool. So if it explodes, you can just kind of build it back up. That's good to know. Okay, so we're going to need these reactors, but we're going to need them at a distance. So, I dug a little tunnel. Right here. That goes that way. Goes about to the middle of this field over here. And that's where I plan on putting the reactors. Of course, I need a way to get over there. So I'm thinking pretty much the same road design as this. So I can move nice and fast. But now I need a way to place all those blocks. Obviously, I have the builder's wand, but I don't want to have to go and dig them up and replace them. So I'm going to make some right here. I just think I just need 4 ender pearls. Sounds about right. Yeah, it's another one of those things where I spent like an hour crafting. But you know, it'll be worth it because it's a useful thing I'll use all the time, hopefully. That's it. Cool. So I'm making a resonant exchanger. Here it is. And this basically acts like a wand of equal trade from Thongcraft, but it uses power. I believe I just have everything already made for the most part. Right? Yeah, cool. Basically acts like a wand of equal trade. So you select a block, and then basically it'll replace the blocks you're looking at. So if I'm looking at a wall of cobble, I want to turn that into marble. I could do that really quickly. Close enough. So I want to see if I can do that. There are lots of bats. Let's see if I can do that with these roads. I also made a silk touch pickaxe. Just in case you wanted to know. I don't know why. Oh shoot. There. I can't do one at a time, can I? Oh, shoot. I can do that. I can do the whole thing. Oh, man, I can't do one at a time. Oh, that stinks. That's fine. I'll also figure this out. Okay, I'm going to basically fill this with roads. Move nice and speedy. Okay, I figured it out. You can change the radius. I had to mess with the tool bindings, but you can actually change the radius. So now I can do this. I don't know if it'll actually keep up. It does not keep up, especially when I'm running on the roads. Yeah, but there we go. That'll work. So there we go. I got the tunnel. It's got roads. I actually have found a way faster than the thing with water. So I guess roads speed is additive, but you don't actually have to be perfectly on the surface. Like if I'm up here, I still get the bonus. And this jetpack, if you remember, jetpack moves pretty fast on its own, right? So what if I add to the road? So I come here. It'll be a little bit cleaner than this, but I come here. I go up. I hover. See, I'm in the air for a little bit. If actually I hold, I don't lag. I hold space. Go forward. No, actually, I can't hold space. I have to be hovering. So you hover, go up, and then sprint forward. Then you get through this entire tunnel, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 chunks long. In about 1.5 seconds. Which is crazy fast. Yeah. So I'm going to put a nuclear reactor down there. And it's going to be awesome. After I look at the crafting recipe for a reactor. So I haven't looked at this yet. I know this takes 3 reactor chambers and a bunch of lead. And a generator. What are the reactor chambers? Oh. Oh, that's not hard at all. Okay. So reactor chambers, some dense lead plates. Okay, that's really easy. It does involve more crafting, which I'm not incredibly keen on doing right now, considering the amount I've already put into this as an exchanger. But, you know, it's almost there. I might actually just do that next episode instead, because, yeah. So there we go. Okay. So here's what else I want to do today that I've really been putting off for far too long. Another Enderman somewhere in here? No. Do a bit of crafting. Nothing incredibly fancy. I'm going to make good old-fashioned dispenser. And put that on an iron bar. Some iron and redstone. We're going to get an item cannon. You know. I also made 2 more. So, there's an enemy in here. Okay. So what these item cannons can do is they shoot items like a cannon, which can be very helpful. I also need a hopper, but I'll get to that eventually. Okay, out of my property. So what I can use that for is way over here at the laser drill, because there's a lot of good stuff over here. And whenever I want to get anything from over here, it's like, it's not a long journey, but it's like a 30-second journey. And even that's a bit annoying. Look at all these diamonds. No, I don't have this thing set on light blue anymore, do I? What do you have? I'm on fire. You're not on anything. Okay, cool. So, all I gotta do... What do I have to do? First, I have to remember how I did this. There's a way... Can you please stop burning? There's a way to do this. I forget how it is. Because this item cannon has to be next to a chest with the stuff in it. Which means the chest can't go here. But if I just break this chest, all those items are going to be burnt. So I need a dolly. which isn't so expensive. Yeah, it's a pain. Or I can just use another chest. Yeah. Okay, let me get a little bit more prepared here. Okay. So, first thing you gotta do is you gotta power the item cannon. I just realized I can't put it here. You need a block below it to hello? Cool. And you do this. And then you take your pointer. Or you up let's probably set up the next one. And you decide where you want it to go. Because right now it's not really facing anywhere very significant. See, it's going towards the wall. Good, productive item cannon. So you choose where you want it to launch to. I'm just going to do some kind of tower structure here. A little bit higher. Really doesn't matter. And I'm going to put another item cannon right here. Put a hopper right here. Where am I going to put the hopper? See, you think I would have thought all this through, but I didn't. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to do item cannons. Be awesome. Hopper right there. And then I'm going to put hopper right here. Probably going into a chest. Which can open if there's a hopper above it. Can, yes. Okay. So just like that. Now I just take my little pointer here. And I go like this. Here. Wow, geez, what is with this lag? And then I just say, hey, launch to right there. There we go. And if you just wait a little bit, it's going to take some time. I mean, actually not be able to see the whole trail, but the cannon will then turn. You can see it now. And target the hopper. I actually did a test with this, and it actually was able to shoot 500 blocks. That was my test. 500 blocks away, it landed perfectly on its target. So technically I don't need this halfway point, but you know, why not? So you're going to launch to right there. So it's cool because you can actually now see the two hops. This is where the items are going to travel when they come out of the thing. So the redstone block there basically just always has it running then. So you do this. How am I missing a chest? Somehow I'm missing a chest. Okay, it just has to go into a chest next to the item cannon now. And it'll all be good. So close to being done. Yeah, so they shoot pretty accurately. Like, they'll land on the block every time. And, you know, it's inexpensive. And it's decent item transportation. So, I missed the redstone block. Cool. I was a little worried for a second. So this just has to go here. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Can't do that. That was getting in the way of the trajectory. I really should be testing this, not with all my resources. And there goes some glowstone. Okay. I'm fairly certain none of that made it. Where's my magnet? It's right here. I'm fairly certain none of that made it to where I wanted it to go to. If it did, I'd be very surprised. Oh yeah, here's some. Yeah, so it got offset a little bit. That stuff did. I will instead use a lever. Just freaking thing. Break this tree some more. Okay. And I also have to figure out where those emeralds went. Did I get the emeralds? Something went off in the distance. I don't know where. So this good? You aimed. You all good? Okay. Let's not try it with the diamond ore. And now I'm aiming this way. Give me a minute. This is definitely not going as planned. This is supposed to be easy. Okay, that was a perfect shot, and it still ended up there. It's telling me that it's bouncing off. See, this is why I don't do things at night. Not because of the mobs, but because of the stuff that the mobs do. So it's like bouncing off the hopper or something. What can I do about that? That one ran in. That got shot out. Give me back my juice. This one should be fine though, because this one's at like an angle. This one has a backboard. Right? Yeah, got my juice. That's just this one now. Okay. What the heck is this freaking lie? Okay, I'm gonna work on this tower a little bit. See if I can get it running decently. Okay. I think I got this all set up now. So I moved this with adjustment a little bit. Oh, I was falling, that's why. And I think I got it working. So I'm going to launch a insulated copper cable out of the cannon. Did I pick it up? I did not pick it up. Okay, cool. And I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to go straight to the end and see if it's there. If it's not there, I'll go figure out why it's not there. And I'll give it a little bit of time to fly through the air and stuff. It's not there. Okay. Where is it? Why do you keep ending up there? Like, what are you hitting? I don't understand. Why can you not aim? Take a look at this. Let me try a little bit bigger of a backboard, kind of. Like something like this. Kind of a pocket to catch it in. See how that goes. Let's launch a torch. Okay, it went that time. Cool. So do we have a torch at the end? Nice. Okay. So now, I just have to get a diamond chest and put it there. And then, you know, I could do processing with that stuff when I get around to it. The only thing that worries me now is chunk loading problems. So if I leave this area and an item's flying through the air, it could fall because it got unloaded and it's reloaded now. Not sure how big of an issue that is. Like, it's going to be sending one item at a time only when this ever pulls one out. Like, once it gets these first few stacks done, it's only going to be sending items as they get produced, which honestly isn't that often. It's faster than it was before, but it's still not that often. It's at least every, at least less than once a minute or something. So yeah, I don't really worry too much about that. But yeah, item cannons. They really like to aim to the side, apparently. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. I know it doesn't feel like we got a lot done, but mainly we're getting kind of bridging some gaps here. Like we're now connecting everything together. The MFR is now being connected back to the main base. And better Industrialcraft stuff is in the works. Yeah, so for next time, I'll hopefully have a little bit more ready for Industrialcraft use. That is so fast. Like that's at least twice as fast as the water was. It does take a little bit of like get in position and then do the thing. But oh man, that's so fast. But yeah. So that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thanks for watching as always. Let's see you in the next one. Bye bye.